Hello everyone, my name is Tifsra, and today we are starting a new campaign in Fall of the Samurai. So, I have done one campaign in this before, I believe, and that is the Tosha. I believe I tried to do one before, but that stopped pretty early on. But I recently did one as Tosha. This time, I'm gonna try to do one with the Shogunate, because I really always choose the Imperials even when I play privately. So I want to make that a little bit different this time, and we are going with the Jozai. So the Jozai have some things that makes them very interesting, I think. Firstly, they are very good situated to take over Tokyo, or future Tokyo, I guess. And that is one of the victory promises. I believe it's this one. Also, they have a few very nice things here. They have 2+ to the movement speed of all units. Not that great, really. I guess it's slightly good, but the others are a lot better. 10+ to casualties when using sabotage and harassment, so I guess a ninja will go a long way. Guerrilla warfare, I don't really care too much for that one, because I rarely used that unit, but this is the kicker. Resourcefulness. Armies can replenish in enemy territory, except for in the winter months. That is huge. At least I think it's very huge. So I am looking forward to playing around with that one. Also, this is a domination campaign, and we are playing on very hard, and hopefully I don't get utterly crushed by all of the bullshit that goes around with random wars being declared on you all the time. At least that was happened when I played Tosha. And if this happens again, I guess I will do the same thing that happened when I played Tosha. Also, last but no means least, I have several very interesting mods that I am using with this. Firstly, of course, I'm using Daft mod, because why shouldn't you be using Daft mods? Secondly, I am using actually two sub-mods for Daft mods, which one of them gives you more units for Daft mod, and supposedly it makes the AI used more often. At least that's what I heard about the mod. And I also get several new artillery pieces, so it's an expanded artillery. So you don't have the same 4, I guess, really 3 if you count artillery that can actually fire in arcs and not count the Gatling gun. And finally, we have a very good mod, as far as I've seen anyway. I did a little bit of testing, not that expensive, but I've done a little bit, and I have been happy with the results. I have the better maps mode, which makes at least what I've tested, the siege battles very interesting. It's no longer a fort, just standalone. It's actually more a city and a fort. Mind you, not on every single siege map, but on a lot of them you actually get some nice cities around it, and you also get some, well, it very much varies, and I guess it's better to show you than try to explain it right here. So, with all of that out of the way, we'll jump in. And of course, we'll skip the first cutscene, because you have seen that a million times already, probably, and if you haven't, well, you're on YouTube, so you can search for it. So here we are. And as always, our first objective is to increase our clan's development levels. Also, turns out, Tokyo is actually, well, future Tokyo, once again. I guess pretty much all of this could be considered Tokyo. But this province, one of the victory provinces, is actually controlled by the Shogun already. So, or Shogunate loyal faction. So that is very good. We are starting with a very traditional army, unfortunately. But I seem to remember, there we go, we can recruit levy infantry. And here we go, we have a lot of new units here. And this is mainly the beginning. So, matchlog militants. They are actually a lot better than the levy infantry, apparently. Right? They seems to be better in pretty much every way. Except for the numbers, but I think I can make do. So we'll have a few matchlock militants, hopefully they can pack a punch. We have Naginata Levy, that's a new unit. hierarchy out the gate. That's good. And the rest of them are just a few we know already. So, where do we want to go in order to not demodernize while we try to get to the next development level? Well, the obvious one is the arm steel, which will give us a bit of modernization. And I do believe that is actually the only one that will give us modernization. No, there we go, consular court, and those two should be the only ones. The other ones actually give me minus the modernization, so for time being I will try to stay away from them. And in the meanwhile, I have to build buildings. Well, I don't have to, but I want to pass that act. I have to, well, I want to build buildings. That gives me a lot to modernization. This one, traditional dojo, minus 3 to modernization, so this one has to go, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Also, build a town, so we get a bit of that modernization going. And that should be it for this first turn. Yeah, we don't need to recruit more troops right now. Also, as per usual, we are starting out at war with a neighboring faction. That's pretty standard. Also send our ninja in. What are they called? Well, shinobi, which is a ninja. Sabotage army. That is the best one when it comes to chances. There we go. It really serves no purpose other than leveling up my shinobi at this point, so that's why I'm doing it. I guess we could also try to sabotage this, but we'll see. Anyway, that is definitely it for this turn. And in the next turn, we'll begin probably building a barracks, or whatever the lowest tier of that building is, so we can get the modernization going. Shinobi detected. Well, if they don't have any shinobis of their own, they're in big trouble. Also, this actually doesn't increase modernization. That's a bit weird. Anyway, does this one do that? No, it doesn't. Farms? No, it doesn't. Well, I know one thing that definitely does. There you go. +1 to modernization. And there we have it. 7,500. Jeez, that's a lot. Oh yeah, I should also be thinking about starting our trade business. We haven't discovered that many clans yet. And none of them can trade. Actually, the port in my home province is at full capacity. Is that so? I guess I can't have any trade routes. Apparently I can, but according to the game, it's actually my fault that I can't trade. Oh well. Let's build the port and use the money we have left in order to build more infantry. And apparently the matchlock attendants, or whatever they were called. What were they called? Oh, I burnt it down. I didn't realize that would happen. But apparently, because I started the process of burning the dojo down, I didn't actually get to recruit that. I didn't realize that at all. Anyway, do we rather want to spend our money? Actually, we can't spend our money because we are pretty much out of them. And our resources are draining fast, it should be said. There we go. Capture that province, I'm guessing. Yes. Yes, indeed. What will that give me? Increase the spread of pro-shogunate sentiments across all my provinces. Very good. So, maybe one more, and then I'm good to go. Actually, I'm good to go right now. Yeah, I could fight a battle right here, right now. But if we try to invade and they retreat back, we are definitely going to suffer winter attrition. I guess the solution to all of that is to do something like this. Just stand there and see if they take the bait. I actually don't know, do we get attrition? We probably do. Oh, I'm an idiot. Anyway, let's check. I don't know, I actually don't... I'm not completely sure if generals suffer attrition during winter. So let's go in with the entire army, and yes, indeed, they suffer attrition. So, retreat until next turn. As always, with pretty much any Total War game, the first few turns are a bit slow. Thankfully, the end turns are a lot quicker than when playing well, Shogun 2 with the mods I'm using. Can't afford that, unfortunately. Let's get you back. Let's get this levy infantry to join. And yeah, we'll have to stand them there. Okay. Oh yeah, this is only predictor stuff. I want to see... There you go. How are we going? Cadet school. Going good. Port, also doing very good. And large town, doing good as well. All of them will be done in the next few turns. Unfortunately, the modernization also comes with a bit of unhappiness. But right now, well, we actually have one less than we need to in order to keep that population, well, the happiness of the population right where it is. So I guess, let's see, what cost me less? Actually, they cost exactly the same, except for the recruitment cost. So let's go for them, and they should be able to keep the population not exactly happy, but at least under control. So let's end the turn, and on the next turn we should be able to get a battle going. Once again, they detected our shinobi, keeping him under control. Let's see if we can sabotage. No, we can't. It's expensive. Can we do it there? Yes, we can. Should we try? Why not? And it failed. So we blew... actually, I was going to say we blew 500 koku, but I didn't lose that much. I believe I had 600 when I started. Oh well. So how many shooter units do we have? We have 4. Okay. Let's pre-bombard a bit, kill a bit of the general unit. And let's see, do they want a battle? No, they don't. And if I go ahead and attack now, that will cause them to sally out with all of their garrison units, and I don't like that prospect. Not at all. Unfortunately, it seems that's the thing I have to do. Of course, that means this will make it neutral, and on the very next turn should make me... Well, is actually that predicted? Yes, it's predicted, so with that it should go to neutral, which means I don't actually need any more units there. Yeah, look at this. Look at the numbers. Not good. I can't really besiege them. Well, I can, but if they try to sally out, I'm not looking too good, am I? So I'm gonna break the siege and just stand here and taunt them. And in the meanwhile, try to get a decent trade agreement going. And I guess try to bombard these guys out. But they are gonna repair pretty quickly. But yeah, we're gonna try to do all we can. So, diplomacy. You are very friendly. How much does that give me? 104, 99, 135, and not that much. So let's see about these guys. That is unacceptable. So let's see. Edo, you're my ally? Yes, you're an ally.
Tell me what concerns you.
Want to squeeze every little penny out of me, which of course results in a turn, which I have to just spend to pick back up my income, which I lost from paying that. Well, I need an income's worth of trade to actually make that blank out. Once again, a bit more levy infantry. We have more spears than we would ever need. Well, at least for being at war with a one province minor. And I forgot to bombard them. Let's make good on that. There we go. Fortress is damaged. That's good. They are still very much happy, as far as I can tell. And what was I thinking? Yes, clan development. So, arms deals are ready. Let's go for the consular court. 1 to mobilization. That won't bump me over, unfortunately. And I can't really afford anything else. So I guess my hope is to try to capture this before I'm done with this, or before I am done with any other buildings. So hopefully I can get that modernization point pretty quickly. Also, reinforce. And I think 1 more, or maybe 2 more, because I can actually afford that, and I will be good to go. So I think. There we go. Oh yes, of course, we built the barracks, didn't we? So, do you want to go for a good unit, or 2 of a not so good unit? Same range for these 2 guys. And these guys are of course a lot better. Upkeep cost quite a lot. Go for 1 of them. And then go for 1 of you. And turn again. Then we'll move the army out and start the besieging. That should be enough. But it should be said that they have definitely started to build up their own army, and I think it actually matches us. That's a bit worrying. Anyway, whilst moving through enemy territories, our forces uncovered a cache of military supplies. It has been transported back to our domain. And that gives me minus 25% to the cost of recruiting units. Well, I guess you know what that means. Recruiting units, you got it. That is actually all we can afford, because the next income won't be enough to support even these guys, and that means we have to wait yet another turn in order to recruit another one of them, and I'm not gonna do that. So really, I'm stretching my economy to the limits here. And you are selling out. And we have just about the same army. I guess I have the Yukitai, which are superior. Well, which makes my army superior. They have more shooter units. Okay, so I have how many men? How many are in the units? Not the levies, they don't really count. I guess I can... 300, wasn't it? Let's say 300. So that means I have 900 men back in my capital, which can reinforce. So even if I lose this, I will still be reinforced very quickly. Which means I will go for this, and it doesn't really matter if I lose. So we have 2,400 against 2,800, and we have naval support. Let's fight. So how does this map look like? There we go. Not that good map for me, unfortunately. I have to smoosh myself into this little corner. But yeah, as far as I've seen, it's really in the sieges that the map mods really shines through. So there we go. We have the Yugetai. Or Yugetai. Yugetai. And they have long range, they have 250, and they can be deployed anywhere. Well, slightly limited, but just about anywhere. So they are guerrilla units. And apparently, since I am the Jozai, I have an increased limit, and I believe it was 6. Or did they raise the limit by 6? Anyway, I can recruit more of these guys than a regular faction can. So where do I want to place them? Do I want to place them as a kind of screening army? I could do that. Or I could, like, deploy them here, but that would make them visible. So I don't think that is the best idea. Right here they are in hiding. And they will be able to hit all the troops coming in from over here, and seeing that the oncoming troops have, at least the levies have 150 in range, I will be able to shoot them for 100 meters. I don't really know what the measurement is of, well, I will be able to shoot them for 100 more range points than they can hit me for. So I guess I'll deploy these as a forward unit. Or maybe not. I guess I can rush these guys forward very quickly in order to gain pretty much the same position. So I don't know. I have no idea. I could also deploy them back here, I guess. Well, I guess I can't because the red line's over there. This is tricky. Thankfully, these guys are very accurate. Well, yeah, they are decently accurate, at least on this this starting level. So hopefully that will be enough. And if they are being rushed down by bayonets, I guess we can't really do too much about it. So, levy, we want to spread them out as much as possible, and I believe the best place to do that is just about here. Maybe we could try to, yes, that actually might be a good idea. Try to get the height advantage over here. That might swing the battle in our favor. On the low ground, we'll keep the matchlock catchy. Spear levy, they, well, all the spear units pretty much will keep up with the main line, and I think we'll do it that way. And also that will hopefully make me able to join these guys with my main army.
We are ready to defend, sir.
So there we go. We can jump forward and have a few goes. Hopefully at the general, but apparently that won't be an option. Well, definitely the levy infantry. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about my general, but thankfully he have a whole range of horses, so he's going to get there a lot faster than these poor units would. And yes, it apparently seems like they are not really giving me the hill outright, but they are definitely kind of turning away from it. That seems a bit weird. I might not be able to really capture that hill, but I should be able to gain an elevated position. Or slightly elevated in this flank, in this sector. But I really need to haste about this. So let's try to shift the entire army. So I have to pull my units back the second these guys are in range. Because even after being able to fire at them for a while, they have, well, they have definitely put a dent into the army, but, well, this unit, I should say. but they still have a lot of men to go to take them down. But in the meanwhile, if they are going
Your hidden men have been spotted.
to just offer up his general that clearly, I'm not gonna say no, am I? Also, I should pull back. Yes, it's he's sending his levy infantry on me as we speak. Putting the weakest unit on the flank. That seems like a foolproof plan. Yes, I'm going to take casualties here. I don't think it can be avoided, really. If not these guys, then definitely these guys. Hopefully they will be firing these guys, just because they are spaced out. And therefore, following that logic, should be harder to hit. Could we spread out even further? Well, of course we can if we try to. Trying to put more of our units at the position where they are able to fire. That seems like a good idea. Also, something that I should have done. There we go, toggle the guard mode. A lot of damage. Actually, one of my general's mounts fell over dead. That's too bad. But all of these guys are ready, and that is not good. Of course, the AI is a bit smarter than it is in other games, and they are not firing into the backs of their allies there. Not really the best position. Okay, so these levy infantry are looking like they are going to break. Our spear levy are doing quite fine, actually. Let's spread them out a little bit so they can respond to threats all over the line. Their Mashlokachi is being slaughtered, and actually they have placed a spear levy in the position where they can actually catch the bullets that are missing the Mashlokachi. So good job there, guys. Also, I completely forgot about this thing. We have the naval bombardment ready, so why not use it? If they are going to stand completely still and just take it. Also, we have limited ammo, but I guess our limited ammo is not really that limiting. Let's see, where are our ships? There we go. So the bombardment is coming from there. How far until arrival time? It's a bit hard when I have the unit card up. I guess it's just about to hit. At least pushing a few more units into our firing range, so that seems a bit silly. And there we go, there goes a lot of the general's units. Actually gain a surprising amount of bullseyes with that bombardment. You're usually not that lucky. Okay, the general is retreating, it seems like. Just keep these guys back there for the moment. That guys, now is the time to strike. And they were merely about to strike another place. So they are committing all of their melee capable units immediately, and they're just gonna sit back and watch them die. Good luck with that. Seems to be an exquisite tactic. Okay, you are not gonna be useful. The General Satomoto. Let's try to focus them down and hope that they kill off his general. Because I do believe that is his daimyo. There we go. One remaining, and he's gonna escape, isn't he? Oh, I'm an idiot. I completely forgot about my sharpshooters. Seems a bit silly. Yeah, he's about to leave the range, so screw that. Pull back these guys because I'm an idiot and I completely forgot about them. Yes, I'm not really that used to use melee units in a Fall to Samurai campaign. Anyway, he did his miraculous escape. Or maybe not. I guess I've killed the general already. Because when I killed the last of the units, it didn't give me the enemy general has fallen routine. So, seems like I actually already killed him. And I just completely ignored it. But anyway, new fire. Did I take that off every single unit? No. These guys haven't even taken casualties. So I guess this unit is the furthest one that can actually fire. And what is your range? 150. So you should have the same range as these guys. So why are they not firing back? Oh. Well, that explains a bit. Let's see if we can pick up a few of these guys before they reach the red line. Probably no, but let's try. Also, they are probably to the point where we can just push forward and shatter them. Of course, that means us taking a few casualties in the process. So we could just pick them apart slowly with our sharpshooters, which evidently have a load of ammunition still stored in their pockets. Their ammo pocket, that is. I guess you could call it a pouch. Yes, I'm not gonna be able to reach them in time, but I can try at least. So yeah. Move them a bit forward, like that. Take a hailstorm of bullets to the face. But now we should be able to give them 2 hailstorm of bullets to the face in return. Well, not all of the units apparently. Oh yeah, they shattered. And I guess that gives our general a job to do. Oh yeah, they're retreating that way. Let's try not to get hit by on unit, shall we? Also area bombardments, I guess. Unless we want to focus on one unit in particular. That seems like our best guess. And there we go. The bombardment is fired. Shells per volley 14. Time to impact 5 seconds. That's not a lot. That's very good. There we go. They seem to be running away. And they're all charging. Apparently. Okay, so push forward, so we are into the effective range there.
Your victory is close, sir.
And why not? Just charge these guys and try to kill as many as possible. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to reach them with any odd units. Not when it comes to melee range, at least. So I'm gonna continue this in order to kill off as many as possible. And of course, for that, we don't need regular speed, do we? So let's try to reach these guys first, or maybe these guys, I don't know. Oh, you turned away at the last moment. There we go. That seems like the better option. That's the same units. Good, and it's about to end. There we go. So that was all I could have hoped for. I definitely caused their damage a lot of army. Yes, the army a lot of damage. And when I add the 900 soldiers that I mentioned, it should give me a position, a good position to attack their castle. Or probably besiege it. I still don't think I really want to take that castle head on. So anyway, we killed 1,731, and they killed not that many. Also, let's see how many we lost. Okay, we lost that, and apparently we took about 50 in friendly fire. Can't really see how we managed to do that. No, the other way around. I'm an idiot. So, no, never mind. I'm actually these guys. Yes, I'm used to these guys being on the enemy side, so that didn't actually click. I'm sorry it's a bit late over here right now, so I guess I have something to excuse myself with. Anyway, our shinobi is detected once again. When will they ever do something about it? Hopefully never. So, join those guys up with the army and start besieging. So, apparently these guys will replenish, and indeed they will. That's funny. Also, let's take a look at the stats here. A lot of damage men which won't replenish because I am besieging. About the same in numbers, and a naval artillery bombardment or two ready to be fired. So I consider us to be in a very good position. So, I think that is it for this first part. Join me in the next part when we will be taking over this castle. I can guarantee it. So, I hope you enjoyed the first part of this series. Like this series, like this video if you enjoyed this campaign. Also, comment on what you think about doing this campaign instead of others. And if you like this game and will watch this campaign. And also, finally, if you're not subscribed, then you should be thinking about hitting that subscribe button. That's it for now, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.